guys, I want to show you guys a half squat. And the reason why I like half squat so much for runners are for multiple reasons. One of them is we can use a lot more weight than if you're going down full depth into a squat, which is going to give us a greater hormonal response. So guys, your testosterone, girls, all those good hormones are going to be going up because you're moving more weight. So, and you get better strength adaptations by moving more weight. You know, you don't see guys in strongman competitions, they didn't get there by just lifting the bar. You know, they're moving a lot of weight. So if we want to get stronger, we want to get more powerful running, we need to be moving some weight. So half squat's a great way to do that. The last thing I really like about the half squat is you're way less likely to get injured because you're not going down into that full depth. Prior to the Beijing Olympics, I was at the Olympic Training Center working with the strength coach, and he's like, you gotta get all the way down, like butt to the ground, squat. So he had me on this vibrating machine to get me like fully warmed up and stuff, and then I was doing full range squats for the first time, and not even with a lot of weight. Ended up hurting my knee doing squats. And you know, I remember feeling that in the Beijing Olympics, and I was like, that was so stupid to hurt myself in the weight room. So on that note, like any exercise that we're doing, if it's not feeling right for you, I would suggest tweaking your body positioning, see if you can get it to where it feels right, like play with it for a while. And then if you're never able to find a position that works for you and that feels right, just scratch it, and we'll send you a separate movement that accomplishes the same thing that we're trying to accomplish with that movement. So that's also true for the half squat. This is going to hit your low back a little bit, but not nearly as much as if we're going full depth. So what I'm looking for with depth, you can kind of get an idea of it here. Like it's kind of coming to, this is my rib cage right here, like the bottom of my rib cage, and I'm putting this safety right there. So that's about the depth I want you going down to. So we're not moving a whole lot. You know, I got the weight up here. You're talking about like 18 inches, you know, just that's all the weight's moving. So let's talk about how to set it up. So you're gonna come in, squeeze the bar. Remember, it all starts with squeezing the bar, creating that firm contact with the bar, so we're in control of the weight. The weight's not controlling us. So we're coming under. You can use a squat sponge or pad. You know, a lot of gyms have them if it's uncomfortable for you. It was super uncomfortable for me when I first got into lifting and when I was still running professionally because I had 0 traps. Because you're going to essentially put the weight on your traps. So you go there, pick up the weight, come back here. My feet are about a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, or right around shoulder width. And my feet, they're angled. My toes, it's just more comfortable position for me to be in with my toes slightly pointed out. Everyone's gonna be a little bit different on that. So you can just play with your toe placement. You can play with it just totally straightforward. Some people feel good doing that, but like I definitely feel more comfortable with it out. And interesting enough, just like with my makeup, my right foot needs to be a little bit more out than my left foot. So it's okay. Like it's not like your right foot has to be doing exactly what your left foot's doing. Because if you look at my wear pattern when I run in the snow, you'll notice my foot strike on my right side is turned out more than my left. So there's something like structurally going on there that's causing this to need to turn out, but it needs to turn out. If I just try and cram it in there, I'm going to hurt myself. So get into that position, weight back on the heels / middle of the foot, bar on the trap, squeezing the bar. Right now I'm squeezing my glutes, but then I'm going to relax the glutes. First thing I do is unhitch my hips. Unhitch my hips. So you come in like that. And what that does, it just puts your low back in the right position where it's ready to receive a load. Okay, and then as you come down, knees out. I don't want, when your knees, if you start collapsing in like that, no good for the knees. You're going to hurt your knees doing that. If you struggle with that, put a resistance band around your legs so that you're really forced to go out. You drive the knees out, push through the heels, squeeze the glute at the top. Squeeze the glute hard at the top. We talk about line of sight. It's the same as the hex bar deadlift. You know, it's good to do stuff in front of mirrors because you'll get to see how you're moving, super important. You also get to see your muscles contracting, allows you to make that mind-body connection, super important. So I definitely recommend lifting in front of mirrors. On this one though, with your line of sight, you actually want it similar to hex bar deadlift, where you're kind of looking here and it's kind of just going like this. So not, you know, I was always taught like, be like head up, you know, and it puts your neck in this really gnarly position and just jacks up my neck, jacks up my back. So I read a whole book about squatting, and that's what they talked about having this kind of positioning. So that feels way better to me. Like, just look at my neck position now compared to if I'm like this. Alright, so same principle as all of our other lifting. We're gonna unhitch the hips, down 3 count, touch, explode up, and really pop the hips. Squeeze the glutes hard at the top, give it a brief pause at the top, and go back down. 3 count, explode up. And I always like to exhale on the as I'm coming up. So I kind of take a breath at the top, and then you're kind of holding your breath as you go down, and breathe out hard as you're coming back up. All right, so that is the half squat. Just make sure you got your depth right. Make sure that you have safeties, because anytime we're moving a lot of weight, if something's not right, I want you to be able to set the weight down and not have a problem. It's just, you definitely, if you can get a power rack, you could use the Smith machine. That's going to put you in a little bit different positions. Doesn't feel as comfortable to me, and it's stabilizing for you. You're not forced to stabilize the weight. So Smith machine is not as good as a power rack with free weight, but if it's all you have access to, Smith machine can work as well. So that's the half squat.